This Liberty Sports Update is brought to you by Beacon Credit Union.
We had a really good Wednesday and Thursday. I thought, our kids are excited and about this challenge. It's a great opportunity and one that we'll have to play our best to have a chance to compete in. So, I was pleased with Wednesday and Thursday. Tuesday was a tough day for us. We just had a lot of different types of obstacles that none of us could control that kind of messed up a little bit of our Tuesday, but sometimes that's good to throw everybody out of the routine. And but we didn't have a great practice Tuesday. Some of that could have been just my mentality too. But I thought Wednesday and Thursday was pretty good, and looking forward to continuing to prepare this afternoon with the coaching staff, and then tomorrow right up until game time.
All right, very good. We'll go ahead and take questions here for Coach Freeze. Damien Sword, Lynchburg News in Advance.
Hey, Coach, do you have an update on the status of Tim Kid-Glass and Bryce Matthews? Will they be able to play?
Yeah, Bryce is good to go. Kid-Glass is, I'd say, doubtful.
John Manson from a Sea of Red.
Coach, you mentioned you got 5 COVID tests this week. How have those gone so far?
Yeah, I was just so we're clear. We did have 5 scheduled, but I believe now we will, instead of the one, instead of 2 Friday, we're just going to have 1 Friday. So we have 4 this week, and I think we've been very blessed with the results as this bubble principle that we instilled for our team around academics, food, practice, meetings. I think has been as successful as could be. So obviously we took another test this morning and have another one tomorrow, and we'll keep our fingers crossed and keep praying that those results continue to be very favorable.
Jermaine Farr from FXR.
Good morning, Coach. I hope you're doing well, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Good deal. With all these cases that are popping up throughout college football now, do you kind of stress to your players and everyone throughout the Liberty football program that, hey, this is really – I know you guys have done pretty well so far, but when everything's popping up, do you still stress to them, your staff and everybody, hey, this is serious business, you really have to take care of yourself and all that?
Not a day goes by without us having that conversation. So it's just it's obviously part of the world that we're in right now, and certainly college football cases are not exempt to that. And, whether it's coaches or players or other staff members, we all are, subject to, get the virus whether we're playing football or not. And but certainly, our game depends upon, us doing well and taking care of each other the best we can, and so we're sure we stress it daily.
Thanks, sir.
Go ahead, John.
You mentioned Saturday after the game you thought Malik was a little rusty last week. How has he looked through practice as he's been able to get back into the flow of things?
I think he's getting close to Malik probably plays better in the games than he does in practice sometimes. Syracuse presents a lot of issues for you defensively with all their movements and different things they present to you. So he was a little cloudy Tuesday with a few decisions, and hopefully we've got those cleaned up. But I know he's excited, and the one thing about him is you can coach him hard. You can speak very honest truth to him, and he wants more. He's going to come in yesterday afternoon or this afternoon, and he's going to say, "Coach, let's talk through something else." So he's as is Chris and JB, but I expect him to play well.
Go ahead, Damien.
Coach, Syracuse under Babers has been typically one of the more faster offenses in the nation. I think we touched on this last week with ULM going more up-tempo. You were confident in the way you guys practiced that the team would be prepared for tempo. How have they looked when you guys have gone tempo to make sure that they can be ready for the type of speed Syracuse will possess?
Yeah, that's never something that's really concerned me as far as whether or not our guys will be able to handle a tempo offense. And we can make it as fast as they want it to make in practice, which we have this week a few times. I think it's not so much the tempo. It would be, to me, if they're able to do that and continuous get first downs, then it's not a matter that we can't line up. It's just, man, those become difficult to process. Your assignment, the call, and that pace. That's when tempo really gives you problems, when you're on the field for a sustained amount of time. And we try to, when we do our fastest tempo against our defense, we're going to go 6 to 7 plays, and more than that, you're hoping to get some subs in somehow.
Coach, what's your assessment of Culpepper for them, and do you expect anyone else will be out there as well?
I have no clue, if somebody else will be out there or not. But I think he's a decent quarterback from what we've seen. Not a lot of tape on him, but, he's big, strong, can run, got great receivers, has thrown touchdowns to him. So, I think he's a quality quarterback.
John, go ahead.
Joshua Mack had a little bit of a reduced role last week. You mentioned there were some things between you and him you were trying to get worked out. What have you seen out of him this week, and have you liked what you've seen out of him since Saturday?
Yeah. Well, let me be clear. There's nothing between he and I. It's just a matter of, everybody's got to be held to the same standard for class attendance and whatever else it is that we ask our team to do. That's right. So there's no issue. And he's had a great week, and I told him we're going to ride that horse this Saturday. He's the guy we're going to ride.
Damien,
You bring up giving J-Mac a lot of carries. You look at Syracuse's run defense. Does that play into the strength of your offense with how good this offensive line has been, and the ability to rotate backs in and be effective with that? Is that something that will be beneficial for you guys on Saturday?
Saturday will tell. We certainly go into every game hoping to run the football to stay so that we can stay balanced. I think their front is very good. They flash. And can we handle all the stuff they do and allow us to run the football? I sure hope so. I think we can make it a game if we can run the football for sure.
Jermaine.
Coach, you mentioned earlier that you're really entering the tough part of your schedule with these games coming up, beginning with Syracuse. But from a personal standpoint, even maybe a team standpoint, how fun are games like this, an opportunity to play Syracuse, a Power 5 team, an ACC team?
I love coaching in those type of environments, and I think our kids enjoy playing them. I've been very clear with everybody that has asked me about scheduling that I think one of the advantages we have as being an independent is getting to put our kids in a lot of different scenarios with different opponents each year. I'm a big fan of playing 2 Power 5s a year. I don't think you should play 3 or 4. I don't think that's the right thing for our program right now. But for those 2 that we get, man, or 3 that we have to play this year, in this year's case, 3 of them, I know that our kids and coaches will be excited for that opportunity to prove that you belong on that type of stage. So this is the first of one of those, or of the first of 3 of those opportunities like that. But I will say I also hope they take my personality to mean that every week the game counts the same. Whether Syracuse or whether it's Monroe. People may talk about one win more, but as far as where we want to get in this year's class with this year's team, the approach should be the same.